Hey everyone, it's your geek with the technique, shooting up the whole competition. And today, I want to announce to you guys that I am sorry I was not able to make an episode on the scheduled days. I was supposed to make an episode on the Geekish Gamer Show. I was very sick, had a sore throat, couldn't make an episode to save my life. I slept, which was a good thing. I couldn't play video games, which is a bad thing. So, what are we going to be doing today? Well, I'm going to be talking to you guys about should you buy GhostRecon Wildlands. From seeing the beta and overall my opinion mixed in with it, and overall just should you really buy the game? Like, is it a game that's worth pre-order? So without further ado, let's begin. Customization though. Well, the customization GhostRecon Wildlands can have a numerous amount of possibilities when it comes to your player and your weapons. Plenty of things can be added to your character, such as tattoos, headgear, facial hair, and even your clothes. Speedrun, you also have over 50 customizable weapons that you can choose from in your journey of Bolivia, and over 100 attachments, including the underbarrel grenade launcher, my personal favorite. Customization in this game is freaking awesome, okay? Let me tell you something. My character felt like my own character. It's way better than the Division. It's so many sets of classes, so many sets of choosing your llama t-shirt. You can add a design to your backpack, your facial hair. You know, it's so cool. Like, overall, I would say the customization is one of the best customizable options I've seen in a Ubisoft game in a long time, okay? So is it good? It's really good. And overall, yes, I did feel like the character customization felt like it was my own character. Also, weapon customization is another thing that's pretty cool. I was able to customize with weapons, different select ins, different select outs. Overall, the customization is a really guaranteed thing that I was shown in the trailers and at E3, and they delivered on that really hard. Don't get me started on the driving, okay? Some cars, in my opinion, feel like there's no weight to them at all. They just take off speeding, all right? And that's not what you're supposed to do. That's not realistic. I'll get back to that, but let me continue with the other points. Air vehicles. They haven't been so nice to me. The controls, I feel like sometimes were kind of eerie, but I won't give that a big complaint because maybe I wasn't flying the planes or I wasn't flying the helicopter correctly. I don't know. I just feel like the controls for the way you should pilot is kind of stupid, but maybe it's not. Maybe if I try it again, maybe I'll have a better turn at it. So I'm not going to give it a big fault for that, but I will give it a big fault for detail. There needs to be a little bit more detail on these helicopters and these planes. They look so dull and they look so lifeless, like they just made it out of nowhere and that was it. That's all. There's no design, there's no difference in it. It's just a regular plane and a regular helicopter. Detail, please, to these helicopters and planes. Oh, and also don't forget about the one-hit wonders. I remember watching a YouTuber, Jack Frags, and basically he was driving, right? And all of a sudden after he was driving, he skimmed a car. It looked like his headlight went to 30% damage. That's terrible. It looks like it just went through like a car wreck. That's not supposed to happen. Then, oh, don't get me started on the 13 bullet kill. Oh man. Basically, in this game, you can shoot a car with 13 bullets and automatically your car goes up in flames. It's so sickening. My friend sent me the same thing I went through on Kick. Watch.
Watch this shit. What did I shoot the entire time? The fucking window. All I did was shoot the window. How does that shit start up from only shooting a window?
Now you may be asking me, Geekish, why is this such a big deal? Because, guys, in PvP, which is coming out right after the game's release, you will be driving. You will be having your car. You'll be having to get away from other players. And if your car starts automatically smoking out of nowhere, which is kind of irritating, every single time you face an enemy who's another player, it's irritating. It doesn't even happen in GTA 5 like that. When I'm in GTA 5 and I get hit by someone, or I get shot by someone multiple times, it doesn't take 13 bullets. It takes some bullets to get my Zentorno to blow up. It doesn't just take overall 13 bullets, and that's an irritating thing. Maybe it's for realism, maybe it's for the game's mechanics, but in my opinion, yes, realistically, that can possibly happen. But let's be honest here, the car should be hit with a target amount of shots in one selective area for it to blow up. Not just anywhere and all of a sudden it smokes and blows up into flames. It's irritating like that, and I think that should be fixed immediately. But one pretty cool thing was I was able to hide in trunks and put my enemies in trunks. That was pretty cool. And oh, Being able to shoot out in the passenger side is pretty cool, but you should add that to the driver of the car. The driver should be able to shoot while he's driving. And let's talk about difficulty. Well, difficulty, in my opinion, the map designs are more difficult than the enemies and bosses, which is kind of a pro and a con thing if you look at it. I will say that it does take you like 4 bullets to kill me in an instant, which is kind of realistic, which I agree with, which is cool because I don't have a problem with it. The health could be added a little bit more to your character standardly, but I don't care because you can go to your character customization section and deal up your damage points, and basically you could take on more damage. And bosses and enemies can be taken down in around like, I don't know, 4 or 5 bullets, which is a pro and con to some. I say that because if you think about it from this point and area of perspective, yes, it's more realistic that a boss can get killed with 4 bullets. But it takes away from the component of why he's the boss. He's the boss because he had something special. He's the boss because he's able to do something. I guess that's shown through the map design, but I think the boss should have at least a higher level. Because if I'm able to kill these bosses that fast, then I can only wonder how it's going to be when you get to the main boss. I can just kill him immediately. Look at that guy. He's like on like steroids, all right? And tattoos all over his face, all right? This guy is on steroids, okay? And you can take him out in like 4 bullets. I don't think that should happen. In nowhere should that happen. But we'll see. Gameplay, it's fun to play with friends, but the servers did act out during the Sunday and Saturday. I did play at 12 a.m., which could be a complaint and could not be a complaint, seeing that it was late. I don't know, but I feel like the server should have been up. Tons of fun and action moments. It's really funny at some points with me and D-Max playing it, as you can see in our gameplay. But you really can take in the mission many ways. I believe you can do that. It's been shown at E3. You can take a mission any ways. Drone, sniping, stealth, going in guns blazing. There's many ways to take in a mission. But the conclusion is this. Without friends, it's like The Division. That's basically what it is. It's basically a huge map with really nothing in it. Now, let me sum it up. It feels like The Division, basically with no friends and a huge map with nothing to explore other than going to take down missions different ways. But at the end of the day, I just think that it feels like The Division too much like the Division beta, and it has some essential stuff from the Division beta put into this, just in a different, wider range form. What I mean by that is this. Basically, while playing the game, I did feel really fun and playing with my friend. I was like, yeah, we're playing GhostRecon Wildlands, yeah, okay. But after that, at 12 a.m. in the morning, when no one was on, well, people were on. Well, basically when the servers were acting up and no one I could get to, I had to play by myself. It was boring. It was sickening. And I did feel that basically, it's called Wildlands. I didn't interact with the wild at all. There's no wild at all. There was no wild to go around and adventure on and things like that. From the gameplays I did see at E3, you could interact with your NPCs, like people who were out in the streets and things like that. Didn't interact with them at all. Didn't see that happen at all. Would have made the game a lot more fun if I could interact with the NPCs. Will I be pre-ordering this game? No. Will I be buying this game? No. I will not be buying this game or pre-ordering this game. This is The Division 2.0. That's why I feel like it is. I feel too much of like The Division in here. Just too much Division. Just like The Division, just open up and more wider. If you would like any explanation of that, I can explain it to you in the comments below. But other than that, I won't be buying this game or picking it up the day of its release. There will be an open beta probably around March 2nd to March 5th or somewhere around that time. I don't know. But if you do buy the game, let me know how it is when you pick it up. With that being said, I'll see you guys later on the next GGS, and stay tuned for the next episode. Bye, guys.